2 years had passed since that momentous day. It was now the summer of 1792, and Jan was now 17 years old. He had never told a soul what had happened at the gypsy camp, and he had long given up the idea of revenge. The burning flame of grief had lost its urgency. There was so much more he wanted to do. He had worked hard at his studies, acquitted himself well, and now a future he couldn't have envisaged a few years ago was his for the taking. A place at Cambridge University, the possibility of becoming a lawyer. London suddenly seemed to be filled with pretty, flirtatious girls whom he met at private balls and public dances. He had made the pleasing discovery that young ladies liked his company, would giggle, flounce their curls, pout, and generally look charming to get his attention. The Laxton's house in Queen Square had become a meeting point for many of the émigrés who now found themselves in London, under what they felt to be grey skies and diminishing circumstances. The conversation was often heated, and the ideas expressed both radical and conservative. The distant drum of revolution could be heard loud and clear across the water here in London. At one supper party, Jan met Charles Cordell for the first time. Madame Clermont, a lady from Paris, was also among the guests, along with her friend Sir John Randall. Jan, as he often did, listened intently rather than join in. But then Sir John said,
"We have heard everyone else's views except yours, sir. Speak up. They say revolution is a young man's sport. What have you to say for yourself?"
It was not from lack of opinions that Jan had kept silent. "I thought, when the Bastille fell, that all men might truly be free," he said. "It struck me as a good enough reason for stopping time and starting the clocks anew. Fresh beginning, when all men would be equal. But what I hear and read is that the people of France are no freer than before. A whole lot of wigs, hats, and crowns will have changed heads, but it looks as if the new masters will be as bad as the old."
"Wise words, young man," said Sir John.
"I'm sure the poor will forever help the rich become richer," continued Jan. "Whatever flag you fly, whatever song you sing, whatever church you worship in, it will always be the same. What's the point of playing at politics? All that matters is people."
"Well, steady on, sir. That is going too far,"
said Sir John. Charles Cordell looked with interest at this young man who spoke with such passion, and he asked, "So, if you have no alliance to king or country, what does interest you?" "What it is to be human," said Jan. "Go on," said Cordell. "Well, sir, as far as I see it, we're all housed in the same skin, the same blood pulses through all our veins, the same heart beats, yet some men believe that through birth and privilege they stand above everyone else. I don't believe that. I think that kings have had their day, and that the future should be in the hands of the people."
"These are revolutionary views indeed,"
said Sir John, taken aback by Jan's zeal.
"And views I violently disagree with," interrupted Madame Clermont. "There must be order, otherwise society will collapse. People only thrive when they know their place. Absolute monarchy is the only possible way to ensure this."
"Too late, my dear madam," said Cordell. "Your good king didn't seize his chance to put down the revolution. Now it is too late. With Marat as leader, the revolution has given birth to a reign of terror that is growing in power day by day. I believe that in the end it will rule everything, destroy everything."